Here's how you be great. First, you need to be great for your family by protecting your assets, by hiring the right advisors. Number two, you want to be great for the community by knowing how to give back. Starting with your family. How do you be great for your family? Here's the reality. When people realize you have money, they're going to try to take their hands, put it in your pocket, and take some of your money for themselves. Attorneys love this game. How do I know that? Well, I am a licensed attorney, although I'm not your attorney. And there are many attorneys that are just looking for wealthy people to sue for whatever reason that they can possibly find because they know that you might want to settle. And the settlement is a nice paycheck for that attorney. And so there's a lot of things that you can do here to protect yourself by having the right advisors. Number one, as you start to build more wealth, you want to look into getting an attorney for yourself. Maybe that's an estate planning attorney, so you can build a will, a trust, or some other sort of estate planning. That way you know what to do with your assets after you die. You can also take a look at getting a good tax advisor. Maybe that's an accountant. Maybe it is some other sort of tax attorney, depending on how much money you have and how sophisticated your wealth structure is. That way you know how you can pay less money in taxes legally, so you can protect your assets financially. Maybe this means getting a financial advisor. Now, financial advisors are great, but you have to understand how to use a financial advisor and who they're right for. For some of you, maybe you don't need a financial advisor. I don't use a financial advisor, but maybe you would like that. Maybe you want somebody to help manage your money, somebody who's a professional. Great. Just understand some of the financial education concepts. That way you can talk to your financial advisor and understand if they're doing a good job for you. This also means having advisors that can help you protect your assets with maybe things like life insurance. If you don't have life insurance and you don't have your wealth built yet, well, now your family is kind of at risk, because if you're the breadwinner in your family and something were to tragically happen to you, well, now your family could be stuck without you, which is an emotional loss, but also without that income as well. And that's where having some sort of life insurance could come in handy as a way to protect your family if a tragedy were to happen. Again, these are things that you just want to start thinking about. That way you can protect your family from these types of situations. But the whole idea here is, how do you protect your assets? That way you can take better care of your family and be great for your family. The second part of this is being great for your community by giving back, because the reality is the more you have, the more you can do. And as you build more wealth, well, now you can help many other people. And there's a lot of ways that you can help. Maybe this is through your money. Maybe this is through your time. Maybe this is through your knowledge or expertise. Because sometimes people just need a little bit of a helping hand or a little bit of a nudge to help them get to the next level. And as you build more wealth, I believe it's important for you to give back and share that as well. And now that we have finished part B, we're going to tie this whole video up by going back to the beginning and talking about how you can pre-climb. And the reason why I talk about pre-climb last in this video is because this is such an important concept. But what I've seen happen is many times people will watch this and leave and not watch the rest of the video, which is the practical steps. So I want to talk about the practical steps first. That way more people stay and watch that. So hopefully we can get more people to watch this as well, because we see the analytics, we see the tracking, and sometimes people watch this and leave and then they miss on all of this. So my goal is that you watch this and watch this by keeping this in the end. So we'll see what happens. But the pre-climb is all about priming your mindset to understand how you can become wealthy as well. Here's the brutal reality. You have to be wealthy in your mindset before you can be wealthy in your bank account. You can do everything right. You can learn all of this stuff. But until you believe that you're going to become wealthy, you're never going to want to do it. Because if you think that building wealth is evil or bad or something that's just so taboo, why would you want to do that for yourself? Because you're not going to want to do something that's going to make you evil or that's going to make you a bad person. And so you're going to sabotage your success. You're going to sabotage your ability to actually see that wealth that you want. And so you have to work on your mindset, understand that you will become wealthy, and that's your duty to become wealthy, and understand how money plays a part in your life. Because the reality is many people grow up in a house where we're told money is limited, money is bad, money is evil, you can't afford nice things, you can't have nice things, and this gets ingrained into our mindset, into our thinking, into our psyche, and you have to break that. This is the reason why so much poverty is generational. It's not because poverty is in your DNA. It's because when you grow up hearing those things, you believe those things. And then you tell your kids those things. Your kids tell their kids those things, and it gets passed on generation after generation. And you want to be the person that breaks that. But this is going to require some real work into changing the way that you think. And that's going to mean when you start to see yourself slipping, thinking that, oh, this person must have done something bad because they're rich. Oh, money is evil. Oh, money doesn't matter. You change that thinking and understand, hey, money is just a tool. I mean, it's emotionless. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It doesn't make you a good person or a bad person. It just amplifies who you are. If you give a good person more money, they have a tool to do more good. You give a bad person more money, they have a tool to do more bad. That's why we need more good people with money. and understanding, hey, money is not going to fix everything in your life, but it will make the financial part of your life easier. Maybe that can help you work on the other parts of your life. Maybe that means if you're not stressed about money, you can go out and spend more time in the gym. You can spend more time with your family. You can spend more time traveling. You can do more things that find your purpose. That money itself is not going to make you happy. Maybe it will for 2 weeks. But that money itself is not what life is about. It's what money can buy you. It's the freedom and it's the time that is what's more important. But it requires you to understand, hey, look, it is your duty to become successful. It's not a bad thing to go out and want to become wealthy. It's not a bad thing to become wealthy. It's just a tool to allow you to do more things that you love. And that's the Preclimb, is building that mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, none of this education matters. Because you can have all the financial education in the world, but you're going to stop yourself from becoming successful. We all know that person, that negative person who has a problem with every successful person, who has a problem anytime you have a financial idea, an investment idea, they find the problems with everything. Well, you're never going to be able to become successful if you're always thinking like that. You have to think in terms of abundance. There's a lot of money out there. And it sounds weird, especially the first few times, but as you start to try it, you start to realize that you are painting your own life. You're painting your own reality. I mean, we can create a very negative and horrible reality. Guess what? There's a lot of crap in the world. People are dying. There's a lot of crap that happens. There's a lot of bad things in the world. There's a lot of bad people in the world. Or we can paint a picture of beauty. There's a lot of beautiful nature in the world. Guess what? There's a lot of good people in the world. A lot of people that are giving so much in this world. So many opportunities in the world. There's some people that are becoming so successful in this world. There's so many great things in the world. There's so much great beauty in the world. Which one do you want to see? Understand both, but which do you want to focus on? And understanding when you start to focus on the opportunity, you see more opportunity. When you focus on the negative, all you see is bad. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.